So I read the staff plate down there, and I got a read of about 3.43. So what I'm doing is just checking. The data logger is up here, and it's recording. So we have the float inside the stilling well, and that's connected to a shaft encoder, which is being recorded. And then there's also a pressure transducer up here, and there's a long line of tubing, and it comes out. You can see it on the other side of the door there. What happens is that line is pressurized, and as the water goes up or down, it changes the relative pressure in the line, and that can be translated into a change in water level as well. So I'm checking those two values to see if they correspond with what I read directly from the staff plate. If they're in agreement, then everything's good and I can start the measurement. If they're not, then I'll probably need to purge the orifice line and just check to make sure everything's functioning properly. For this right here, the control is pretty much this section of water right in here. So there are these two little branches, and this one's kind of flowing sideways, and where it comes in sideways, that's kind of acting as a control on the stage for this little section that's flowing right by the gauge. And so I'm just noting how far it is from the stilling well and whether it's got debris in it, that kind of thing. That's better. It's turbulent right here by the edge, so I'm getting velocity numbers that are jumping around like crazy. There are 6 sites total where I do discharge measurements, either along the San Pedro or I guess one of them is at the Babakamari River right before it comes into the San Pedro. So I'm able to compare up and downstream. Right by the gauge, it's the water's very shallow and there are some little islands that appear in the middle, and the flow is kind of braided, so it's not a very good place to get a measurement section. What happens is as it flows down here, the flow all kind of gets condensed here on the left bank, and so there's a nice straight even section here, and that's a lot better for measuring. I'm going to make larger sections starting here. There was more flow over here, so I wanted smaller sections so that I could capture a smaller percentage of total flow in each section. And here, since the flow is less, then the sections don't have to be as small. Typically we rate measurements excellent, good, fair, or poor, and those correspond to the amount of error in total percentage that we associate with it. So an excellent measurement would be 2%, good would be 5%, fair would be 8%, and then poor would be more than 8%. So I'm probably going to rate this measurement fair because the water was kind of pulsating and there was a little bit of turbulence, so the velocity measurements were fluctuating a lot. I was doing a measurement the other day and I was standing in one bird's territory, and it seemed to me like it was doing the bird equivalent of please get out of here. You know, it's funny.